What's going on, guys? So say, and what you guys are going to be listening to or watching, depending on what you want to do. You can either watch or listen. What you guys are going to be listening and watching is our, well, mine, 2-6, and Elijah's New Year's podcast that I chose to come up with and do for the end of the year. Basically what this is we all thought of, well, except for Elijah, he thought of 2 games. Me and 2-6 have 3 games of this year that we liked, the top 3 games that we liked of this year. And I thought of 2 games for next year since I'm not too interested in any other ones. 2-6 probably has 2 or 3, and Elijah has 2 or 3 as well. So, to make it a little bit more interesting, the 3 games that we choose, we have to rate it, either love it, sell it, or play it. Basically, if we love it, is basically we love the game, it's something we would keep, we would play it all the time, 24/7. Sell it is basically, it's a game that where you would only go for the trophies, get the trophies, completions of the game, complete the game, and then sell it. And play it is basically where you play the game casually every now and then. So those are the ratings we got to give the games that we had of this year. As for next year, we don't have to rate the games of next year because we haven't played them yet, obviously, and they still have yet to come out. All we have is trailers to go by. So in the party, we have me, myself. You can find me on my YouTube, link in the description below, and my Twitter, which will be in the link description below. You can find 2-6 on his YouTube and his Twitter if you want. Links are in the description below. As for Elijah, he'll tell me after the stream what his shit is. All right? So who wants to go first?
2-6.
Yeah, I'll go first. That's cool.
Alright, remember, you can name your games, and then after you name your games and we talk about your games, you have to give them a rating.
Alright, so the 3 games that I got for 2017 that I liked personally probably had to be Assassin's Creed Origins. That one I would love it. I love the game because number 1, it's open world, and number 2, I love the fact that they kept with the Egyptian style of how things are when it comes to how things were in the Egyptian days back then compared to the Egyptian days, you know, in the game. The open world, more features to do. Only thing I didn't like about the game was the fact that it didn't have multiplayer. But, you know, I know Assassin's Creed games they're not really too fond of multiplayer games. Anyway, second game that I picked was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Again, another open. I love the fact that it's open world, and I love the fact that if you watch the movie, or not movie, but the documentary on Netflix called Narcos, then you'll get the drift of what I'm talking about when it comes to Narcos and Ghost Recon Wildlands. I love the fact that it's an open world. It's mainly a drug-based game. I love the fact that it talks about, you know, the cartels and everything in between. Last game on the list that I have to talk about is Tekken 7. Oh, by the way, Wildlands is a game I just play. I wouldn't keep it.
No, you don't have to rate them yet.
Tekken
Just
7
talk about your games, and then at the end, you just give them the rating.
Alright, cool. Tekken 7 was probably my favorite game of the year because, number 1, I've been a Tekken fan since day 1. So I don't really know how to put Tekken 7. It's just the fact that I love the fact that they give it's more characters, more maps, and it's just a fighting game, you know. So at the end of it, the games that I will play is just Wildlands. The games that I will keep is Assassin's Creed Origins and Tekken 7.
Alright, so you really can't give one a love or one a sell because you just like them that much?
Nah, I wouldn't sell any of them. I would just play, like I said, I will play Wildlands and keep Assassin's Creed and
Alright, alright, that's good enough. Elijah, you want to go next or you want me to go next?
You go next. I'm still trying to think of a line.
Alright, okay, I'll go next. Alright, I know you guys are probably going to think I'm a fanboy for naming one of these games, possibly 2 of these games. But honestly, I'm not a fanboy of anything except for Need for Speed and 2 of the games that I'm going to name for the future games that we're going to talk about. But let's get on to the games for this year that came out in 2017. The games that I want to talk about are World War II, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Destiny 2. First, we're going to start off with Destiny 2. Mainly due to the fact that it was a huge letdown. it was good in the start off. It was great. The story mode was awesome. The way you started off, obviously in the beta, was the same start off, except you had a guardian that was default given to you instead of yours. But the game itself, the story mode was really great, really entertaining. It felt like you were really part of the game and that you meant something in the game. But when it came to getting to the tower and you actually beat the story mode, and it comes to the tower and then moving to online, playing with other people and doing other things, it was a huge letdown due to the fact that it was basically them taking Destiny 2 and, well, not Destiny 2, basically Bungie took Destiny 1 and they dumbed it down to where Sloth from the Goonies could play it. And it was just really, really, really stupid, because Destiny 1 gave us a reason to grind. It gave us a reason to farm. It gave us a reason to do that, because if you farmed and grinded enough, you would get good weapons with good rolls. Unfortunately, in Destiny 2, they did not have good rolls at all. Everything was just a default roll to a specific gun. And it basically didn't give us a uniqueness to it. We didn't have a uniqueness to our character, because that's what made us in Destiny 1. Basically, nobody had, and if they did, nobody had the same exact gun as someone else. And if they did, it was a lucky roll. It was really lucky. And it was just overall more stuff to Destiny 1 than there was to Destiny 2. So honestly, I only still have Destiny 2 just so I can help a friend get a Rat King quest, and after that I'm selling it on eBay. Moving on to the next one, which is World War II. That came out this year. I love it. I haven't played the story mode yet. I'm gonna play it at some point, but I like the multiplayer because there's a new game mode in it called War. It is a really, really great game mode, unless you are a casual gamer who just wants to sit on their butt all day and just not move. War gets you up and going in the game mode. It gets you moving around the map, playing the objective, learning map control, basically working with your teammates, gets you working with your teammates and communicating and relying on communication. You can win it without communication, it's just really hard, but War just brings a new implementation to the Call of Duty franchise, to where it just puts your skills to the test. It puts your skills at map control to the test, it puts your skills at slaying, and it puts your skills of defense to the test, all in one game mode on both sides. As for all the other game modes, they're pretty much the same as all the other Call of Duty games, except for Gridiron. It's basically, what was that game mode in Advanced Warfare? I don't know, it's something like basketball, or hardpoint basketball, or capture the flag basketball. That's basically what Gridiron is. It's like football. You grab a ball and you run it to the enemy spawn and slam dunk it, or throw it into the goal. So that's a really fun game mode that you can play if you want to have some fun. Moving on to Horizon Zero Dawn, that was a good game. I played it a lot. I beat the game. I was probably one of the first 10% of people to platinum the game. I like the game company who made the game because, one, the people that platinum the game, if you get the game platinum, they send you an email to your they send you a message to your email that is linked to your PSN account if you have the option checked off for notifications on your settings. They send you a message to your email saying, here's a code, download a free platinum theme and platinum themed avatar for your account. So not only do they interact with their consumers and they reward their consumers for beating the game and accomplishing things in the game, but they also released a new DLC for it called Frozen Wildlands or something like that, Frozen Lands or something. I haven't gotten to play that yet at all, but I will at some point. And they also have a new game plus that you can play on that makes the game even harder as you progress into a new game and refresh. You get to keep your stuff, but you go into a new game that's even harder. Now, if I were to rate these, I'd have to say Destiny 2, I would sell it. Horizon Zero Dawn, I would play it. No. World War II, I would play it. And Horizon Zero Dawn, I would love it. Also, Too Sick, did you already talk about the games of next year, or are we waiting on Elijah?
I think I went on
Okay.
Elijah.
Yo, Elijah, you ready?
Alright, so yeah, so the mostly games I enjoyed this past year was Need for Speed because of the plot and it had a street vibe and yeah, it was kind of okay, but what I don't like about the game that was online, like the cars, it was not good and it was glitched out and bugged. And players doing just weird stuff, like saying like the players in that game was just looking out. Now that the servers wasn't that good, and actually, this plot. I take back about the plot. The plot was actually bad. Because first of all, the plot was just iffy. It wasn't that fun, but same time, if you're like a car fan, you might enjoy it. But I'm kind of not. Kind of am. So it was iffy. It didn't kind of that little. Yeah. So and BO3 basically just has a lot of action, more online, just a lot of online just interactions of basically had to be one of the best Call of Duty games by far because of the basically just guns and more DLCs and just stuff in general. And stuff I don't like about it was just the players and how they just, I don't know, they just be doing that weird stuff where they just grab a gun, basically just have their mods download. I don't even think you can mod in that game, but trash internet, the lobby was just bad, and especially the story. The story was terrible, made no sense. I did not like it whatsoever. The story was just so trash, like, made zero sense whatsoever, and if you did the game, did not play the story, it makes no sense. Just don't, in general, just don't. In GTA 5, because it's just GTA 5, they protect their lobbies and make the lobbies safe. It's fun in general, and the bad thing in GTA 5 is like the money glitches and stuff. It makes the lobby unsafe, so I don't want to be in those lobbies. Not just you guys not being in those lobbies and all that. So, what I do, Need for Speed, sell, BO3, keep, and GTA 5, keep.
All right. So those are our games that we've rated and that we wanted to talk about in 2017. Now, with the new year coming in and new games coming out, everybody's anticipating new games and everybody's got their own games that they like with the new year. There are a bunch of games, like there's a buttload of games that are coming out for 2018. Not all of them are going to be listed though, because the internet only has games of up to, I think, February or April. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, April.
Yeah, up to April. They only
April.
have up to April of 2018 listed for games. So we can't really choose certain games that we want to see because we don't know if any of them are out. But from what we have and what we listed, I have two. Too Sick, I think, has...
I have actually 4, but I just put down 3.
If you want to talk about 4, you can. Alright.
Cool.
And I don't know how much Elijah has. How much do you have?
3, I changed mine.
Alright, and Elijah has 3. So unfortunately, since I only have 2, you want me to go first? Alright. For 2018, most people know this about me, and some people don't know this about me, but I'm a huge fiend for God of War. Like, if you had to compare me to a fanboy of Call of Duty for World War II or just a Call of Duty fanboy, I would pretty much match up to that tier for God of War. So obviously that's going to be one of the games that I'm going to be anticipating for 2018. Another game that I'm going to be anticipating for 2018 is Shadow of the Colossus Remastered. Now, for Shadow of the Colossus, that game was a PS2/PS3 game. It was on PS2, and at the same time, they made it for PS3, and they're also bringing it back remastered for PS4. Now, with it being remastered, they're upgrading on the graphics. They're making the gameplay more fluid and more a smoother playable game, even more smoother. Because on PS2 and PS3, they couldn't do much because of the coding back then and the computerization that they had at the time. But back then, it felt rigid, it felt rough, and moving around just felt really weird. It had like a GTA movement speed in it, and it just felt really weird. As for God of War, it's not the God of War that we all grew up knowing and loving. This one is a lot different. God of War that is coming out is no longer with the Greek gods. Kratos in God of War 3 defeated all the Greek gods, killed him. Spoiler alert, I'm going to say it right now in case you guys don't know. Kratos kills himself in, well, what we think is kills himself in God of War 3 and crawls off the cliff of Mount Olympus and falls into the seas below. Now, nobody knows what happened from there, but from what we do know right now, it's a whole new beginning. I did an in-depth analysis by myself, looking over how Kratos looks in the trailer and gameplays. He has the scar on his belly from where he stabbed himself, and he also has the scar over his eye where he had it back in the old games. So it is the same Kratos, except this time he's going against the Norse gods. And basically, if you don't know what the Norse gods are, it's basically Loki, Thor, Odin, Freya, and all of them. So I'm looking forward to that, and if they do come out with a console edition for Shadow of the Colossus or God of War, I'm probably going to trade my PS4 in and get that console edition. Hey, those creators for God of War and Shadow of the Colossus, they can take all my money. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Dude, I will literally Dude, I love these two games. Like, there is no other game out there that I love more than these two.
You really gonna tell you?
I'm sorry.
I like the God of War because I like the fact that he's going to be old now.
Hey, even...
And I want to see how...
Go ahead.
I want to see how he looks old.
I mean, he has a beard. He looks... Yeah, he does look older in a beard. I think back in the other God of War games, he was like in his 30s or 40s. Now...
Well, so now he's in his 70s and 80s?
Well, he's a fallen god. He still has some powers of a god, so he doesn't die from age.
Oh, so he's not like 70.
He can be killed from like normal means, like a chopped off head or a stab in the heart or things like that. He can still be killed by that.
So he's basically a normal human, but he doesn't die by
Yeah,
age.
he doesn't die by age.
Oh. I actually would like to see that. I want this power where I just don't die by age.
But those are my two games of 2018 that I'm waiting for. I'm gonna pass it on to who wants to go next.
Go ahead, Elijah.
Oh, so the games that I want to see is basically just only one game. Oh yeah, I only want to see one game, and that game is just Dragon Ball FighterZ. Because Xenoverse, well, you two in the party might not know about this, but Xenoverse, where the lobbies are just trash in general, glitched out.
Not really. I have Xenoverse. That wasn't really trash. It was just the fact that a lot of people weren't playing as much when Xenoverse 2 came out, and then when Xenoverse 2 came out, it was a lot of glitches, a lot of people doing stupid stuff, so a lot of people left.
Like, combos are just broken, the servers just make no sense, and that's why I'm waiting for Dragon Ball FighterZ to come out, because the game, everyone just anticipating about the game because they saw the characters, DLCs, and the maps in general, and there's gonna be a new update for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and hope it's not like messed up like the other DLCs where you had to add like broken OP characters. So I'm mostly waiting for Dragon Ball FighterZ to come out, and I pre-ordered the game. So if you pre-order the game, you get like a Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan God in their Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form, and I suggest you get in that game. But yeah, there you go.
All right, so
That's all you got.
you're done, Elijah?
That's cool. I think
All
he
right,
is.
so you're up, 2-6.
Your turn now.
Alright. I had 4 games, but Elijah just said the one that it was in my top which is Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
You can still give your opinions on it.
My other 3 games that I got.
You can still give your opinions on it.
Nah, he already broke it down,
All
so
right.
it's cool. 3 games that I got, since the other one was already used. I think number 3 has to be Soul Calibur 6. Tekken, Killer Instincts, and Soul Calibur have always been my 3 favorite fighting games. Mortal Kombat is always in the top because it's Mortal Kombat. But something outside of that, those 3 games to me are like the best fighting games ever. I know everybody has a personal opinion when it comes to like Marvel vs. Capcom or Guilty Gear or whatever, but to me, Soul Calibur is up there with the greatest fighting games of all time. It's just the fighting style of it. The maps are beautiful. And I love the fact that they come out with secret DLCs or secret characters just like every other game or every other fighting game. For example, the last Soul Calibur I believe had, who was the DLC? I think it was like Yoda from Star Wars or Darth Vader. You know, who would imagine Star Wars being in a Soul Calibur game? That was kind of dope. Second game is Spider-Man. Call me crazy, but Spider-Man is like my second favorite superhero of all time, number 1. And if you saw the trailer for the Spider-Man that comes out next year, it looks phenomenal. It looks like Grand Theft Auto meets Spider-Man. It looks that good. Without a mod.
Dude, that sounds really good. I might actually have to buy that then.
It looks that good. If you've seen the trailer, it looks fantastic. It looks better than the one that came out, because the only Spider-Man I ever liked was the one that came out on Nintendo 64. That's the only one I ever liked. But this one is an open world game, and like I said, Grand Theft Auto meets Grand Theft Auto meets Spider-Man. It looks that good. Last game that I got on my list is probably, in my opinion, I think it's Game of the Year. It's probably going to be up there with God of War, and that's Days Gone. Days Gone is like an open world zombie game. It's like World War Z mixed with Grand Theft Auto mixed with Call of Duty. You cannot get any better than that. That's all I gotta say, is that those 3 names in general makes this one game. It's nothing but, and it's also like, so let me go back. It's Grand Theft Auto meets The Walking Dead meets Call of Duty Zombies. All of those combined makes this game the way it is. And then you got a little bit of a Last of Us in there as well. But the not just the game itself is beautiful, the actual if you look at the ambiance of the game, the background, the scenery, it's like how we first when Uncharted 4 came out on PS4 last May, I believe, and you seen how beautiful it looked. I don't think nobody really cared about the gameplay more so than they cared about how it looked. You know, Uncharted 2 was like my favorite Uncharted. Uncharted 3 was okay, but when you looked at Uncharted 4 and you realized how beautiful it was, the water was crystal blue. It was, the trees looked so real and everything looked so real. And then you look at this game and it's like, it's twice as better, especially if it's in 4K. Everything about it. The zombies look like the ones that you see on the actual Walking Dead television show. It looks that good. So to me, that's the best game that's going to come out next year, in my personal opinion.
Honestly, I'd have to side with you on that, because I saw some trailers for Days Gone. I saw trailers for that, and when I saw the trailer, I was like, I don't know. Like, that game, the trailer for it was epic. I know the trailer that they released for it was probably most likely the start off of the game. Like, I don't know how you put it. Like, what do you call those things where, like, you go into, like, a short, tiny story mode type thing with objectives and everything, and then after you reach a certain checkpoint,
it's like the prologue.
Yeah, after you reach like a certain checkpoint, it goes to a cutscene and everything, and then it starts the game, gives you the title and everything, it does all that.
I think you're right. It might be something more like a, what do you call it? I think that the guy is dreaming.
Possibly.
And then, yeah, that's what it could be, him dreaming about it, or it could be like a premonition, like he's thinking that this is going to happen.
Or it could be something that foreshadows the end of the game, possibly. Or at least something in the game.
Maybe so.
But
I just can't wait for the game to come out.
But enough talking about that because this isn't a trailer breakdown type thing. So let us stop talking about that. But
Yeah, I can talk about that game
yeah,
all
we
day.
could. But that's the games of 2017 that we liked, and those are the games of 2018 that we're looking forward to. If you guys did enjoy this video at all and you guys enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to leave a like down below. Remember, everybody's Twitter and YouTube will be in the description of this video for you guys to connect with them and subscribe to them if you want to. If you guys enjoyed this podcast and you guys want to see more podcasts every month, let me know. I can probably get those together and talk about other things. I have more ideas for podcasts in the future, so let me know. Comment down below or leave this video a like, and I will see you guys later.
My YouTube.
It'll be in the description below. You'll send it to me, dude. I'll put it down there.
Okay.
HP, you want to say anything?
No, just follow me on Twitter. Look out for my my 1K giveaway announcement that I got coming in the next probably day or two. That's it.
All right. As for me, I'll see you guys later. As always, stay in school. Don't do drugs. Be safe this holiday season. Don't drink and drive. Please be smart. Don't be a retard. If you're gonna drink, pop your tires, or at least have a friend drive you home. All right. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Peace out.